In today's video, to suggest is what if Naruto had a Dojutsu? If you're new here, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button, as I'm trying to hit 9K by June or August and 10K by the end of the year. And make sure to share the video to a friend who likes videos or just anime content in general. Comment down below your thoughts and feelings about the video, what you think should have happened in this timeline, or what you think could have happened in this timeline, or what you think you want to see happen later on in the timeline. And check out my membership if you wish to, as well as subscribe to my boy Shadow Sage, who just recently hit 1,000 subscribers, so congratulate him on that amazing milestone. If you're under 18 or are impressionable and are, well, I guess you could say, sensitive to certain topics like gore and things of the sort, then just click off the video. This isn't for you, but there are many videos on the channel that are for you if that's the case. And with that being said, we can get into the video. The first thing we're going to change in this timeline is that Naruto is going to have a greater hate for the villagers. And the villagers are going to have a greater hate towards Naruto by extension. A daily occurrence of Naruto getting beat up by bullies of the sort would occur a lot. Basically, these bullies would continuously beat up Naruto, and these bullies were not just villagers. They were Chunin and Genin, and civilians alike. And this process, in general, is just much more repetitive, and we can now begin the story. This Dojutsu is strictly from the Namikaze clan, and as such, that is how Naruto will inherit it. Throughout the parts of this what if, I will name this Dojutsu, and I will go over its abilities, so that it kind of stays a surprise until later on, when all of the Dojutsu's abilities are revealed. 6 bullies would approach Naruto, 3 Chunin and 3 Genin. Naruto would stand still, ready to take the beating he knew was coming. An 8-year-old Naruto would snap. "I'm sick of it," Naruto thought, as he would then say, "I'm sick of the bullying and the countless beatings. Just give me a break." The ninja would not take too kindly to what Naruto had said, as one of the ninja would punch Naruto, causing him to fall onto the ground. Naruto's eyes would open wide, as his pupils would dilate, and it looked as if his eyes were spinning. Naruto would immediately do a backflip. His legs would land on the flat ground, as his aerobic skill and flexibility had increased. Naruto would hear one of the bullies behind him as a branch crushed under his foot. He would then approach them, as he would grab him, using him as a hostage. Everybody around Naruto would ready their weapons, as Naruto would tell them to stop the nonsense, as such trivial ordeals like violence are not needed. One of the Genin in the group would ask why a kid like Naruto would be speaking in such a manner, as Naruto would remember what he said, grabbing his mouth in surprise. Naruto's knowledge and word choice had expanded and had grown. Naruto would then say he's not sure, but the point is that they mustn't fight for no reason. A Chunin, who was the biggest out of the group, would say that it isn't for no reason. "You're the monster that took our families from us. On that night, the worst night of our lives, you took something so precious to us that it can't be forgiven." "And that is?" Naruto would ask. "Our parents, our family," the Chunin would say, as he would unsheath a katana he kept on him at all times. Naruto would look to the ground. "A fight it is, I guess," Naruto would say under his breath, as he would snap the hostage's neck. Naruto would look at the opponent in front of him, as he would tell him that he wishes for no more blood to be shed. "That was my brother," the Chunin would say, as his face would turn as red as a tomato, his palms stiff and sweaty, as his eyes were bubbly. "You do not reason with abominations, you destroy them," the Chunin would say, as he would charge towards Naruto. Naruto would shake his head. "I am no abomination." As Naruto said this, he would swiftly disarm the Chunin, as he would look into his eyes. "I said I wished no harm, but you denied what I wanted." Naruto at this point would have the Chunin's blade in his hands, as he would point it to the Chunin's neck. I wonder, even now at the cusp of death, would you deny combat? Would you deny bloodshed? You killed my brother, so yeah, I deny it." "I guess so." "I hope you burn in hell, Uzumaki Naruto." Naruto would look to the floor as he would impale the Chunin through the heart, watching as his lifeless body would fall to the ground, as he would walk over to the 2 other Chunin and Genin. He would then start to speak. "This is the last time I'll repeat myself. I don't want bloodshed." The four ninja would kneel to Naruto as a kunai would come soaring into Naruto's back. Naruto would turn his head as it hit due to the heightened hearing provided by the Dojutsu. As he would grab his back in pain, falling to the ground. Damn it, Naruto thought. How could I be so off-guarded? And so easily at that. Naruto's heart would skip a beat and his palms would start to sweat as his head thudded. Naruto would feel such a sense of pain that it was enjoyable. His head would start to ache in pain as he would get a very big headache. Naruto would laugh, pulling the kunai out of his back as he would stand. "You dare oppose me," Naruto would say. "I was nice 4 times. I gave you the option of no bloodshed each time I was denied. And you now backstab me?" Literally. It had seemed that Naruto's personality and sanity had changed. He had grew an insatiable taste for battle and destruction. The Dojutsu Naruto had unlocked on this day had changed him. Naruto would pick up the sword of one of the fallen Chunin as he would slice them all in half. Naruto would laugh as he fell asleep in the middle of it all. Later that day, Naruto would wake up with news spreading that a boy had killed 6 ninja ruthlessly. Naruto would leave the village later that day. As he did, he thought about what he could do to truly catch the attention of his village, as he then thought of the perfect plan, at least for him that is, to destroy cities to bring out their attention so that they can acknowledge Naruto. Naruto would rush to a nearby town with no ninja within, as he would activate his dojutsu, setting the village ablaze with flames provided by the dojutsu. As the dojutsu gives the user all 5 chakra natures, Naruto would then go to a tattoo artist, tattooing the city he burned onto his back. He would do this 5 more times as city names would pop up on his back continuously and repetitively. It would fully catch the Leaf's attention. Naruto would continue his rampage as he would annihilate 30 more cities and small villages. This had took place over 4 years. The Leaf could no longer sit back and watch as a squad would be dispatched. Kakashi, Guy, Kurenai, and Asuma were one unit. 7, Anbu, and Danzo were another unit. And since at this point Naruto would be 8, I'm having the Uchiha clan not be killed, as this is around the period that they were killed, but because of this threat of Naruto, Danzo decides to hold it off, as it would be in the Leaf's best interest to keep them alive, and it would be very unwise to kill them. At least, not yet. He wouldn't tell Itachi to do anything about the clan, as the Uchiha would be called to help. Itachi, Shisui, Izumi, and Fugaku, yet another squad tasked with the retrieval of Uzumaki Naruto. These 3 squads would then be dispatched as Naruto would enter another small village. This village was protected, and it had seemed that the Leaf had taken other measures to prevent Naruto from burning smaller villages. Naruto would take out the guards as he would light the outside of the village and force the villagers to build a fortress for him. As they would do this, Naruto would act as he was a king, or at least act in a way where he was similar to one. Naruto would stay at this village as he waited for the ultimate challenge, the ultimate acknowledgement. All 3 squads would arrive at the village as they would put out the flames with water provided from the Anbu. As they walked in, they would see in an ordinary village. The villagers, after seeing the ordinary village, would see that their Leaf ninja had been taken out, knowing that this is where Naruto would lie. The ninja would then pull a lever that would make the fortress collapse. The villagers had told them about this. The villagers had portrayed Naruto. They were waiting for aid to come, and as such had set up a trap in the fortress that would cause it to collapse, and told the ninja about it. So the ninja had pulled it, and the fortress had collapsed. Naruto had been fooled. Naruto would fall down from his fortress as he would jump from piece of wood to piece of wood. Naruto, during his time away from the village, had done training to continue to better himself. Naruto would use the villagers as cover as he would kill countless villagers due to their betrayal. Naruto would then say that this will be their playground, as the ninja would rush in and the villagers would rush out. Naruto would laugh as the Anbu would rush in first, as he would weave through each one of them using a blade he had made for himself to wound them. Naruto would tell them that he had grown since his time After all, he didn't train for 4 years nonstop for no reason. The rest of them would rush towards Naruto. Naruto would then watch as they all rushed towards him, as he would weave through Kurenai and Asuma, as well as Itachi, before being stabbed in the side with Shisui's blade. All of them would step back as this happened. Naruto would grab the wound. Gah! Naruto would scream, pulling out the blade as blood spurted out sporadically. Naruto would laugh as he would ask what's wrong. Naruto, before being stabbed, had caught a glance at the man who had stabbed him, as he would then look through the group for the man, tossing the blade back to him. Though this isn't a fair fight, Naruto would say, I would like the warriors I fight to be armed. Naruto would then harness his hatred, judo kicking Asuma and releasing it in an extreme, and a very extreme amount of Wind's chakra at that. This would cause all of the ninja to fly back. Naruto would then start to speak again. You see, most of you I've done research on, Naruto would say, and from that I know your moves. I knew the Leaf would send out their top dogs, the best of the best, if you will. Itachi Uchiha, Shisui Uchiha, Asuma Sarutobi, Kurenai. I don't care for your last name. Fugaku Uchiha, Izumi Uchiha, and the rest of you. I studied all of you except for that foul man over there, as he would point to Danzo. So shall we pick it up a notch, Naruto would ask, putting his hands in a cross-like formation. 3,200 shadow clones would appear, which they would fight. It had seemed that Naruto had taken a scroll with many of the fourth Hokage's jutsu in it, and for 4 years he learned the jutsu within. Ha 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 ha. You are all now outnumbered. This is how I felt mere minutes ago. It used to be 16-1. Now it's 3,200 to 16. How the tables have turned, Naruto would quickly say, placing markings on his clones as he would teleport to them, using many surprise attacks with his blade, which weared them out. Even Danzo, who could use Izanagi, fell short to Naruto's strategy. Though Naruto was a bit insane, even wild at times, the wildest of Leaf Ninja to come, he was smarter than ever. He knew many battle strategies that could put them all on their toes. Naruto would then return to the village, as he would create 3,200 more shadow clones to send to aid the others, as the original 3,200 clones were being killed too quickly, and had only managed to take down Asuma, Kurenai, and Danzo. Naruto would then send one more clone to act as him, which is a 30% clone nevertheless. The new wave of Naruto's clones absolutely devastated them, as they're helpless, and became helpless at least, to their constant attacks. Blow after blow, even the toughest of the group like Guy and Kakashi, taijutsu-wise, had been on their last knees, as they would surrender. Though Naruto alone wouldn't be able to do this with the help of nearly 10,000 shadow clones. It had seemed that, even though he was a bit insane, if you will, the insane strategy that he had come up with had helped him win, not only his shadow clones. Naruto would then arrive back at the Leaf, as he would be put to death, forcing a Jonin to transform into Naruto to keep up the Jinchuriki's power, at least to keep up the tail of the Nine-Tails Jinchuriki running as strong as it should. A loud poof would be made and heard, as it was a mere shadow clone. Naruto would appear out of the bushes. We settle this on my terms, not yours, Naruto would say. And with that being said, this has been What If Naruto Had a Dojutsu. The like goal for this video is going to be 400 likes, so make sure to share the video to a friend who likes videos or just anime content in general. Comment down below what is suggestions and your thoughts and feelings about the video. Subscribe as I want to hit 9K by August and 14K by the end of the year. And as always, this has been RamiX and RamiX